The Star.
Yeah, y'all already know. Seven the pan. That dude Biz on the beat. Yeah. We live in entertainment. Sound change. Crown the kings, homie. This is where it get ill. About to have the tip off live as a tip drill. From the court to the diamond, to the track, to the big skin, flying around the field, starting five forever, keeping it real. If it matters in the world of sports, jeans and long sleeves, they taking no shorts. Hot to death, oh yes, these are the sports podcasts live as a pros course. Biz market wave, the starting five goes off. No matter who you cheer for, emotions out the window, they analyzing with clear thoughts. They take it way deeper than the force ever. No longer got any use for the four letters. The latest news, score stats and the view from the sideline. Ain't no guideline, it's just the truth. Yeah, no need to dig for a pardon line. It's always in season if people start five. We going in on three, run the baseline, start five. We got what you need. If the sports news you see, we don't waste time. We talking cause we live it. We got what you need. We going in on three, run the baseline, start five. We got what you need. And y'all know me, seven sign, I'm the illest cat spit. I got what you need.
Oh, we finally back, yo. Finally back. We took a
Yeah.
week off in respects to Mother's Day. Shout out to all the mamas out there. I know I took care of mine and my wife pretty well, but y'all know who I am already. It's your boy the mayor, that DJ named Ace5, your mom's favorite fat guy from deepest, darkest Africa, who always requests that when you hold the ball after the snap, its laces out forever and always. Its laces out. What up, kid?
What up, man? Man, nice weekend. The weather's finally broke.
Finally.
I'm happy for it. I'm tired of wearing jackets to work and long sleeve shirts and shit, bro. We're damn near out of May. May is almost next week. May is over, and we still out here in button ups and hoodies and shit. Like, this is crazy.
Word.
It's never been to take this long to get this warm out here, so I'm happy for that. This time last year, I was planning my 50th, and now we're right back at it. So happy for that. And just enjoying the day. You know, things is going on, meeting up with some of the fam later today. So excited about that. So yeah, you know, no complaints at all. Looking forward to the week. I'm off till Wednesday. So I'm looking at a nice long weekend this week. And a nice long weekend next weekend. So I think I'm working 2 days this week.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
So it feels good.
This freaking year flying by so damn quick, yo. Like, I forgot that. I was like, oh shit, the holiday is. Oh, we got a holiday coming up.
Yeah.
Like, oh damn. And you know, it feels good for me because like the way I stretch my vacations out over the year. Because we got to plan out. When it's vacation pick time, we got to pick for the entire year.
At the beginning of the year?
At the end of this year, we have to pick for the entire year.
You can't just...
We can put in requests to change vacations and stuff. But like I was telling you pre-show, I had to fucking give blood samples just to move 2 days.
That's wild.
To go to the family wedding. You know what I'm saying? I had to put in fucking blood samples, stool samples, what's your kids' middle names, all that crazy shit, just to move 2 days.
I couldn't plan my vacations out like that.
It's tough.
Crazy. Yeah, that is tough.
It's tough, but you know what? That's the game. The game of seniority goes that way. The way it's, you know, when you're at the bottom of seniority in the role, well, in the location and in the role that I'm in, you get what's left. Now, the good thing about the way we pick vacations as supervisors, it's not like when I was a sanitation worker, where when it's your turn and you got my time on the job, you pick all 5 weeks in one shot. The way we do it as supervisors, because it's less than us, There's less of us. We pick, everybody gets a round of picking their first 3 weeks. So everybody can kind of get something good. And then it goes back around and we pick our last 2.
It's like
And then
it's like fantasy draft and shit.
yeah, a little snake draft for picking vacations. But then the bonus is, because of my tenure on the job, I get an extra 2 days. The 2 days that I just said took me, stool samples to just move earlier in the year. I get an extra 2 days, so I get a 3rd round pick. I get a 3rd round pick for 2 days.
The supplemental pick. You get the supplemental pick.
Yeah, word. Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it. It's me and one other person that are in the supplemental draft right now that can pick extra. But who comes up in the supplemental draft late in the 1st round? Big O, what up?
I think he's more second round. He's more second round.
Oh yeah, his second round pick.
Yeah, he's a second round pick.
Not entitled to the league maximum.
No, not yet. No. But you never know what you get. You know what I'm saying? His track record. Jalen Brunson wasn't a 1st round draft pick, so you got neither was Dante DiVincenzo. You know what I'm saying? So you got people out there that's doing it. To make it. You can overcome O. You can overcome O.
Fact. That's a whole fact.
Overcome. What are we eating on today? More than ice, right?
Yeah. I don't even know, man. All I know is this shit was strong as hell. So I had to make it a little bit stronger. You know what I mean?
Oh,
bro, you do this to yourself. You do this to yourself every weekend, dogs.
I do, man. And every weekend I say I'm gonna quit, man.
You're a glutton for punishment, my man.
The signs of a true alcoholic. I'm gonna quit after this last one.
He ain't no quitter. He ain't no quitter. He ain't no quitter.
It's like my Knicks, man.
Listen, win or lose with this squad, I mean, the injuries have taken their toll. Like, it's a wrap. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If we win today, it'll just be for posterity because we don't have the horses to battle Boston at this point. We're just gonna get smoked out.
Yeah.
And I'm not going that far right out the gate because we beat Boston several times this year without Julius Randle. No,
we only beat him once without Randle.
Last game, right?
And that, it was the last game. And the other 4 times they beat us, we had no OG. Before that, we played them like 4 times in the beginning of the season, which was wild to me. But this Harden said he's going to try to gut it out, and OG said he's going to try to come back. I don't want these guys to kill themselves, and then just not be available for the next round. But we'll see how it is, man. I'm very proud of this team. No excuses. You on the floor. You played hard. The basketball gods have cursed us once again. It is what it is. That's just the fates of the gods at this point. But we'll see. I just got to update OG and Hart on course to play today. They're going to be in uniform. So
that right there to scare shit out of Indiana.
They're going to try to pull some Willis Reed shit today, and maybe it'll work, maybe it don't work. But we need the rest of the contributors to contribute. Deuce had a good game in Indiana. JB showed up late for that contest. DiVincenzo got to give us more than 15 points, obviously. We're going to need a big game out of Precious today. All hands on deck, man. This is what it is. It's all hands on deck today.
Yeah.
Alec Burks has been playing out of his mind this last week and a half. Just need to see more of that. Home cooking is a thing. Home cooking is a real thing. And these teams was ducking all that shit before the playoffs started, and now look at them. They're on the wayside, and now it's to our advantage. So
it's been home cooking all fucking playoffs for almost everybody.
Yeah. So
what time do we play today, Jamal?
I think 3:30.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
So what's up, y'all? Sorry I'm late now.
That's
You're good.
That's
you
all
look you look alive.
We early. What's up, bro? We're early today. We're not late. We're not late. We trying to get this shit out the way because we got a couple things we're gonna do. Like you said, TJ said we're gonna meet up with the family later. Hackensack Brewery. They ain't watching, they ain't listening. They don't know I might be there. I might be there. I might be there. But yeah, man, like we said though last week, Jamal, like no matter how this shit goes, like we asked for, I know definitely us too, we asked for growth. And they showed that for us, injury or no injury. We got to see some of the growth that we wanted to see. And then after that, let's, if we lose, let's watch Indiana get smacked next week. If not, then we got to go and we win, then we got to go challenge them fuck Boston chance that, them fuck New York chance that Boston was giving us already.
I saw that. Yeah. But whatever, we gotta eat what's on our plate first. I like that Hart's gonna try and gut it out. OG's gonna try and gut it out. Part of me was like, man, don't get injured. We may need them for the second round, but like, nah, there is no tomorrow. So we'll deal with that problem when we get there. I'm proud as hell of this team. We got blessed this year because who in their right mind thought that this squad with this roster was going to be a 2 seed, turn them second round sixes into the first round sixes and make them rethink their whole strategy of life, right?
Sure.
On top of it, we kind of chin checked the league a little bit because it's like, okay, we forced the national sports media to recognize us. Every time we lose, they think it's the end. And they can't wait to they giddy as hell to pile on the Knicks, but real tepid about what they say. And health problems is what we couldn't beat. Health problems, not no team, because I believe this roster can beat any team in the league when healthy.
Jamal, I'm glad you said that because we are not afraid of anybody. And the league should be on notice that if we're playing this well with our roster being decimated like this, how scary would we be with a full, healthy roster ready to rock? How scary can this team be if we got all our starting five in the lineup plus our bench going into next year? You got to be scared of us after that. You got to be weary of the Knicks coming next year because this ain't no fluke. We made it to the second round last year, and we didn't even have the talent we had on the roster this year. We got the talent and built the team around Jalen Brunson, and now we're even better than we were, miles ahead better than what we were before last year. The league has got to be on notice, man. Respect is earned, and we got it.
TJ using big old words.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say I was pretty much gonna say the same thing, man. The league is definitely on notice, man. But the national media, boy, they've been eating crow all season, and especially the Chris Broussards, who I have a lot of respect for.
Nah, fuck him.
Oh man, not Doris Burke. What's the other one?
Becky Hammond.
Yeah, she's another one.
Stick to coaching. Coaching.
Yeah, man. I mean, it should scare a lot of teams that we are going in like. I mean, okay, Stephen A. He said something the other day. He had a list, and he had Jalen Brunson number one on his playoff run for small guards, and I'm like, it's hard to argue against that because none of the other players, maybe except for Allen Iverson, has gone in with less than where we are now. I mean, yeah, we still haven't reached the ECF, but this the 40 point consecutive games that he's having is unprecedented.
You know what their excuse is? Their excuse is the East is weak.
I saw that narrative starting to creep up too.
Yo, that's the big one. The
you
East
play
is
who's
weak.
in front of you. You beat the teams you need to beat. And what they're going to see if the Celtics take it all? What they're going to say? The East is still weak?
Right.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? So
they're
fuck
not
out
gonna
of
say
here.
that. They're gonna say they're gonna be fucking finally dick licking the fucking Celtics as they've been trying to do ever since that team formed the way they are now. They've been trying to prop them up top.
Right. And here's what else got exposed is that a lot of these pundits, and I want to shout out to Ed Molina, who always refers to these sports media folks as pundits. They don't watch the sport. They don't watch the games. They look at the hot takes and social because they don't know a fucking thing about the Knicks, right?
They don't watch them.
They don't watch them.
Watch them.
It's a fucking 2 seed, and I'm surprised by the Knicks. The Knicks impressed me. Bitch, what have you been watching the whole year?
Right.
What the fuck?
But you know what, too, Jamal? But you know what, though, too? I'll be honest with you. It was a point I was going to make, and I forgot to say it. It shows that the Knicks, the team itself, has bought into Thibodeau's system.
They bought into Thibodeau's system, and it's probably going to change how basketball is done because you don't need a fucking big three.
Yeah.
You don't need a big three. And if everybody knows their
big
role,
three friends.
That's it.
One national championship.
That's it. You know what I mean?
That's it.
You know, and we took a whole bunch of broken parts from the island of misfit toys and made a fucking team. And they bought in and they play, and the Knicks are the epitome of next man up.
Yeah.
Facts.
There's just no more men left. That's it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But yeah. So yeah, I don't want to hear. We've been serving teams with any roster we threw out there. Every time somebody got hurt, the Knicks are they're in danger of not making the play-in. Well, that was bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On top of that, the Knicks are going to try and avoid if they make the playoffs. They don't want to play the Sixers or anything. Yeah, well, that was bullshit too. You know what I mean? So
you know what I kind of equate this to. I'm gonna tie this to wrestling in a way. For how the past 20 plus years, right? Before 2018 or whatever. I gotta say 2018 for wrestling because that's when AEW came around. But for the past 20 plus years, especially with the Knicks, it's just the monotony of L after L after L after L. Wrestling, the WWE was the only thing going and running on a major level. Now the Knicks come back in the form of AEW. We're one of the old franchises, but shiny new toy that it's like, we need to watch out for them, but not fuck that. I'm still a fan of the WWE. Fuck those people, fuck them. And this is where the old pundits come into play. Nah, this is still the Knicks of 20 years ago. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. While we just thriving and surviving, doing our thing, still gaining our wins. And are slowly on the come up.
Here's what I don't understand. We didn't have this hate like this in the 90s. Nobody was hating on the Knicks like this in the 90s. I don't know where it came from.
Because we were a consistent, solid team in the 90s that was consistently making playoff runs. We're now, what is this, year 3 in a row where we made the playoffs? This is year 2 in a row where we made the next round.
But they don't even want to see us shine, though. We've been shit for so long.
Exactly, because we haven't been shit for so long, and
they got
because
lazy.
It's New York City, we talk mad shit. Like, shouts out to JP, but even at one time he tried to say the Mecca of basketball isn't New York anymore, and I had to tell him, "Whoa, pause that." And I've told him this over the years, like, "Yo, pause that. You're dead wrong because basketball is New York City's game. It's not just about the pro teams in New York." You know what I'm saying? But at one time, when the Knicks were always one of the top teams in the East, that just aided to New York being looked at as the Mecca of basketball. Now we're slowly getting back to that. And then let's keep it real too, right? What player grows up and says, "Nah, I don't ever want to play in the Garden"?
Zero.
Zero. And that's why the offseason should be interesting.
It's funny because every player wants to play in the Garden, but they don't want to play for the Garden. You know what I'm saying?
They can't handle that pressure, bro. They can't.
Let's blame the owner.
That part.
Because KD was coming.
But also, everybody that says they want to play in New York can't play in New York. You see it with other teams.
That goes for all sports too.
You see it happen with the Yankees all the time. They get these big names in, and these dudes wilt. They fold. The bright lights is real. The fans are on you. People think our fans are crazy. No. We got some of the most knowledgeable fans in all levels of sports. area. So if you shit, you're gonna hear that you shit. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And that goes for actually that goes for the Northeast. Honestly, if you keep it a buck, playing in New York, Philly, Boston, you're gonna get shit from the fans.
Well, because
Yeah,
we're known as people
Mhm.
who are fucking vocal
yeah,
and ain't afraid to truly express ourselves no matter the fucking situation.
right. And what separates New York though is that when you're playing in New York after the game, you're in the locker room. You got 50 fucking cameras in your face instead of like 10 or 15.
Right,
right.
You know what I mean?
right.
It's the press you got to deal with on top of that bullshit. Not every you have to be built for that shit. And we got the type of squad that is. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm proud of this squad. You know, I still think we're gonna win today. Fuck them Pacers. And even if we don't, this season is a win. This has been a win, a beautiful basketball season.
Right.
And respect to whoever moves on.
It's been the first time in a long time I get excited to turn on the TV to watch this team, bro.
Yeah.
You
I
get
clear my
hype.
schedule when the next play.
Yeah, you get hype. The game starts at 7:30. I'm busting my ass to get home to catch the tip off. You know what I'm saying? It's just hype. And then if you go into any of the bars in the city and the Knicks game is on, everybody is locked in, bro. Your family at that point. Everybody's locked in,
driving
and cheering.
around.
You high-fiving strangers, people buying you drinks for no reason and shit. It's a good time, man. It's a
driving
good
around
time.
Brooklyn when I covered 2 districts right now, and there's this one spot on Washington. I forgot Washington and I think maybe Bergen, right on the corner. They got TVs on the outside. The other night, a bunch of people. The game didn't even start, and a bunch of people already piled up around the TVs just waiting. And I think it was drizzling that night.
Yeah, man. And you know what? This squad gave everything. They can't give no more. They gave everything, and you have to be proud of them and appreciative. They left it out there, and now these guys is going out there playing majorly hurt. To try and get to that next round today, and that's just the culture. The culture has changed. The culture has changed, and get ready now to become the villain. If you think the national sports media hated this squad before, wait till next season.
Yeah.
Or wait till if we for some reason lose today, they're gonna have a fucking field day on us. Like
Tom Thibodeau running the team into the ground.
Yeah, all types of shit.
They have nothing else to say.
They got nothing else to say because they don't know the squad and they didn't realize what other team can get folks on the end of the bench and still advance. Man, come on.
Yo, the amount of second rounders we have in that squad, man.
But Tibbs doesn't develop players, right? Tibbs, Deuce McBride, Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett,
all
Mitchell
these players
Robinson,
from these other teams and that nobody wanted. Look how they balling for Tibbs.
Balling. So just when you think man, Alec Burks is coming off the bench, that's it. It's a wrap. Your man goes out and knocks down 5 threes and gives you 19 points.
Yeah, he was almost
scoring. Brian comes off the bench and gives you 17, 18 points, hitting crucial 3-pointers at a clutch. Yeah. They don't know how to. They're just relentless. They come in waves. They keep. You have to step on their necks and hold it down. He's remember he's a little kid. They try to pin you down, but if you get that one arm out, it was a wrap. Coming.
Yep.
Don't let that arm go, dogs. Don't let it go, because I'm coming.
But out of all this, though, I like what I like right now is that meme where we requested a trade for Kendrick Perkins.
Because every time I see him talk about the Knicks, man, my stomach turns, man.
And I don't doubt him as a Knicks fan. There's no if he's a Knicks fan, but it's just the messenger.
Yeah.
Over the message.
Coming from a Celtic.
Cavalier. Who else he played for?
Thunder.
Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I was gonna say, man, every these two teams we played, man, both teams, there's one person out of that team that I was like, damn, I would love to see them play for the Knicks, man. You know, in this stage of their career, you know, first game was series was Kyle Lowry, and this one is T.J. McConnell, man. I got to give it to him.
No. You know who's doing work? Obi fucking Toppin. Do you see this man playing?
Well, this is his system.
Freedom. He's giving freedom to do.
It's not even that though.
He's pulling threes like he's been doing it for years.
Yeah, his system. This system though is to get out and sprint, which is Obi's the fastest dude in the court. Go out and sprint, run as fast as you can, and play no defense. That's Obi.
To keep it real, to what Big O was saying, it was Philly. I'll repeat, Embiid would be the one guy. And to be honest with you, from the Pacers,
Maxey, man, to me. But go ahead.
But from the Pacers, is actually Pascal Siakam. I wish we had.
Well, he was on the. There was rumbles that the Knicks were trying to get him earlier in the season. So I mean, Pascal Siakam. For me, it's Maxey. Again, Embiid is my favorite player off the Knicks. I don't think that's the case anymore because he did some sour shit that kind of made me rethink. But I at this point, if we had Embiid, he wouldn't. We're gonna have the same problem we had this year. He ain't gonna be available.
But I see the only reason why I could disagree with Maxey is Jalen Brunson.
True.
Yeah, where would you put Maxey?
Put him at the 2. Put him at the 2.
You put him at the 2.
Put him at the 2.
That's gonna be a small ass backcourt.
How tall is Maxey? 6'3" or 6'1"?
6'1", 6'2".
Taller than us.
Yeah. Well,
and
if you
tallest here at 6
but
foot.
Listen, Maxey is super fast though. This dude's first step is
unguardable.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
I mean, how tall is Deuce McBride? 6'2"?
About 6'2".
Was DiVincenzo 6'3", maybe 6'4" on a good day? We don't have a Josh Hart is 6'4", and he's the best rebounder in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So
crazy.
It's just, we breaking all the basketball rules right now with this squad, playing 4 guards. So
yeah,
it is. I mean, you play with the squad. It's like pickup at the park. You play with the squad you got.
But Jamal, you think about it, right?
Yeah.
When you hear 4 guards and a center starting, you already think of Golden State. You think of Phoenix, run up and down. Yo, we're. I mean, we do have our spots where we run, but we're not. That's not our offense is not based on that.
No, because
Shout out
Golden
to Brian.
Shooters all around.
Shout out to Brian talking shit already.
Okay.
What's good, gentlemen? See your team on Tuesday.
Okay.
Let's go crack.
Okay.
That's all good.
But you know what? It's like you said before, Jamal. These are like best friends playing together. You've never seen a team where it's just your best friends that you damn near like grew up with playing together. And it's just like the communication is flawless. You can just give a man a look and be like, all right, this is what we're doing. They're all locked in. They're all buying in, like you said, Dan. They're all buying into Tibbs. These are Tibbs guys. That's why when I see these crazy things like Devin Booker wants to play here, is Devin Booker going to play both sides of the ball when he's shooting 4 for 15?
Sir, it's not crack. It's the Celtics. No, it's crack.
It's crack. It's crack.
But speaking of playing to transition, y'all Giants, these throwback uniforms.
You don't like them?
They had the wrong person modeling them bitches. Because to have Daniel Jones in that fucking whole uniform just looked like big ass L after L after L after L. But y'all are the Giants fans. Please, I get it, 100 years, but y'all brought back slavery with them uniforms.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, man. If you're gonna have somebody model your uniform, which I don't like to begin with, have somebody that's gonna be around more than this year.
So you're saying leave it on the mannequin, though? Just let the mannequin just put the mannequin up there? Leave it on the mannequin.
He ain't gonna be around next year.
We'll be around this year. Good.
I don't think you need somebody with tenure. It's literally just for the season. I'm sure they're gonna switch it up to something different. Bring back the '80s Giants shit like that.
They was rocking that last year. They was rocking that last year.
Yeah, I want the full Giants joint going across the helmet again. I love that.
That's what I like.
It's the 100-year, but straight up, what throwback uniform from 2020 is fire?
I mean, I like my Eagles fucking that yellow and blue. A lot of people didn't like it. I like it. It's maybe just the helmets that like is like, you know, a little off.
What is that? The Browns that look like they're the Hamburglers when they're running around and shit like that, right?
Yeah, them joints. All those uniforms look like bad Pop Warner uniforms, man.
And my bad for transitioning this because reality is the the women's side of the Chiefs is gonna have a new set of uniforms coming soon, but we're gonna save that for the end.
So the schedule came out, Dan. Did you peep your squad schedule yet?
I seen a TikTok about it, and in my eyes, it's actually a pretty favorable schedule. I know we play the AFC North a lot, so I could see Baltimore giving us a run, or Baltimore giving us a run. And then we play the NFC South, which, to be honest with you, like the Bucks had our number last year, especially in the playoffs. I don't think this year's go around is going to be totally different with the implementation of Saquon Barkley. That I see another division win and good playoff run, and that's as
You
far as
guys
I'm
should
predicting.
own the division. The division is weak. Like I don't know what Dallas is doing. The Redskins are still stuck in the mud, and until we get a decent quarterback, we ain't doing shit either. So,
Dog, every season is different. The other thing is Saquon has to last, and that is trouble. And
so who's his backup, Dan?
He's a shiny new toy in
I haven't been
Philadelphia,
digging
so
into the roster yet.
they're gonna give him the ball a lot because he's the new toy, and they got to keep him healthy. If he stays
They
healthy,
might use him more out the. They might use him out of the backfield more as a pass catching back, I think, than trying to beat him up between the tackles a lot. But
that's how their offense goes, which is smart because
right.
you know with that O line. But
you know what? He might be used more like a Christian McCaffrey in that offense than he was with the Giants. I could see that happening.
And y'all already know, low key, he's good at all of that. But it goes back to what Jamal said: is will he stay healthy? Now, I do think that we'll be able to find ways to keep him healthy because we always have. I don't know who our backups are right now because I think Boston Scott is done. I think he's gone. I know we let Swift walk to the Bears, which we'll talk about that in a second. But after y'all team, like what do y'all really see about within your team?
Could be 500, could be a game or two under, could be a game or two over, depending. You know, year to year, these other teams change. I think we're playing the NFC Central and the AFC West.
The whole NFC East plays like the NFC North, like Dan was saying. Right. So we'll mirror the teams that they're playing.
Yeah. But Detroit is who I'm worried about in the NFC North.
No, AFC.
Oh.
So Browns, Bengals,
let me pull
Steelers.
Real quick.
Yeah, no, we don't play the Lions this year.
Do we play the Jets this year? I think we played the Jets this year. One game.
Nah. Our first game is with the Seahawks. But we don't play the Jets at all.
That's an L.
Brian says, I got my Pats getting 6 wins, maybe 7 at most, if our D stays healthy and hopefully these young receivers show up. I might be able to halfway root for the Patriots because, you know, black head coach.
Hold on.
I like the wide receiver they drafted from LSU again. They're talking about he might be better than what Odell is coming out of school. So
could be. He's a game changer. Neighbors, he's special. Bro.
Yeah.
Neighbors is
he's got serious
special.
speed. He got serious speed and he can catch the ball. So
LSU has been a wide receiver factory for greats over recent years.
But the only person, better than Neighbors was Harrison this year's draft. So we got a stud, you know. And don't forget that kid we drafted from Tennessee last year is a beast. He just was a rookie. So he's not.
They couldn't get him the ball. Well, I mean, he didn't have time to throw a 3-second slant. So I mean, there's nothing you can do about that until we fix our O line. There's nothing we're gonna. We're just talking in circles until we get our O-line solidified.
We should be at least 500 or better, man. At least. I mean, so we did get better. We got a steal at tight end. That kid from Pittsburgh is an athlete.
Let me ask you this. Because even though we don't have the parts to be successful, is that on the coach? Like, you can only be as good as the players that are on your line, right? Like, they want to blame Dable. Dable's a good coach, but if these guys can't block, I mean, they can. What more can you ask for the coach? He can't go out there and do it himself.
No, we got a good coach. We got a good coach. We didn't have the horses.
And you know what I say? You kind of pretty much said in asking the question what I always say. The coach can only do but so much. The coach's playbook is set up for every play to work. It's up to you, the athlete, to make the shit work. And it's up to the other team to make sure that shit don't work.
Yeah.
So anything can work. We're all starting out undefeated at the beginning of the year.
Right.
So,
yeah. Right.
Anything could work. Anything could work, but it's really up to the players and how much it really is as simple as how bad do you want it. Any team. And like Jamal said, I'm afraid of the Lions. I'm not afraid of the Lions as an Eagles fan, but most of the league should be, because they displayed last year how bad they wanted it. And they should have been in that Super Bowl, but shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
That's it.
They lost the game.
Yeah.
They bought into what that coach is saying. The culture change in Detroit. That team can play some ball.
From a giant.
The Eagles. I don't know. The Eagles still the most talented team on paper in the division, but the NFC East is just crazy. Yeah, I mean, you just never know. I still don't know what the cause of that Eagles breakdown down the stretch was. And if that shit ain't fixed, it don't matter.
A lot of it was health. And to me, my opinion, a lot of it was health. And teams just figured us out. Like, we tried to do a lot of the shit that got us success the year before. That is like, yo, we got a year of planning on all this shit you're throwing at us.
Did y'all switch coordinator
in the middle of the season? Push got stopped several times.
Yeah.
And I think we did change coordinators.
That didn't help y'all either.
Nah.
No, I think Giants will be 500. I mean, we had some moments last year. I mean, health killed the Giants. They never had a shot. Health and that schedule, that first 7 games was murderous. But as far as X's and O's go, Dable's a great coach. They got a good defensive coordinator. Don't forget, we brought in Brian Burns from the Panthers, and now it's him and Thibodeau on the edge is going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is going to be a fucking problem. Kayvon Thibodeau had a silent, dominant season last year.
He did.
So
he didn't put up the numbers he wanted.
Is it looking like that NASCAR defense that we had a couple years ago?
Yes, sir. It's the building blocks. It's the building blocks. Yes, sir.
Fuck you, Dan.
Always reaching for balling. That shit is now. That wide nine that the Giants brought. Nah, it ain't the same.
They got 2 of the pieces right now because Brian Burns is an animal.
Yeah, but
and it's because he played in Carolina. He didn't get the shine.
The shine.
Yeah,
indeed, but ain't none of them like Strahan was to try to resurrect that. None of them like Strahan was to try to resurrect that. While we have Fletcher Cox retiring, only to have had his replacement on the line with him at some points at the same time, who was just as much an animal.
Don't forget, Dan, we got that big man in the middle. We got big man in the middle.
We got the best defensive tackle in the league in the middle.
Dude is a monster.
Kayvon Thibodeau has 15 and a half sacks though, fam, on one side. Now we adding Brian Burns to the next side.
It ain't all I'm saying right now is it ain't gonna be what O said in resurrecting.
Right now. Yeah. But we got 3 pieces. 3 pieces. That's nasty as hell, which is better than we've had in about 11 years. So,
yeah. Yeah. Hopefully our corners can stand up and stop somebody.
But
no one's gonna be
if
straight.
you have that line crazy like we did back then, yo, me and you could be out there playing corner. And it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, don't play yourself.
Especially against Philly.
And
what I say, second round pick. Oh, keep it up.
and
your draft stock is falling.
with the whitest backfield in the league, sleep if y'all want. Because I think that kid DeJean is gonna be something else, I think.
Oh, the kid from Iowa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone watched Iowa play. They was oh shit, what did Bomani Jones call him? I think he called them the diversity and inclusion. He said DeJean was the diversity and inclusion corner. Yeah, he could play. They can play, man.
Oh, that's the cornerback you're talking about, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right corner since Jason Sehorn.
Yes, sir.
I saw clips with him and Marvin Harrison.
Yes, sir.
So the first possible starting white corner since Sehorn. Sehorn was no slouch.
No,
he wasn't.
He's gonna stay healthy. He could stay healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
And
very
somebody had
beatable,
the fucking dumb idea of making your starting corner your punt returner, and it blew his knee out.
Wow.
The Giants seem to do that every year with their top either wide receiver or corner, and then they end up going down to the same damn injury every year. It's like the lessons never learned.
But it's when you got athletes, you gotta utilize them. Injuries happen. Gotta utilize them.
Our kicking game sucks anyway, so
true. But to get us out of here, we got 2 inductees to the Hall of Ignorance this week. 2.
Bleach Bond built bad bodies.
That's the highlight of that's number 1. Bleach Bond, Butch built,
bad
body, Butch
big
built.
Back,
whatever adjective, whatever.
Bleach Bond, big back.
She said big. She said bleach blonde, bad body, Butch built. Margie Taylor Greene had the fucking nerve to talk about somebody's appearance by way of eyelashes. And she did that. And then they tried to shut it down. They tried to get her words stricken from the record and all of that stuff. But they didn't like the clapback. Because you heard all them speakers.
They weren't expecting a clapback. They thought she was just going to stay. They thought she was going to be quiet.
The best part, Jamal, and they was just like, I don't even know what that is. like, what they said, what is that? I don't even know what that is. They said, I don't even know what that is. Like, they said, bleach blonde, bad
big
built.
Bad. Yeah.
That goes to show you,
body.
That goes to show she was talking shit behind her. She was talking shit about her for a minute. To think about that.
Who hasn't?
For it to just roll off the tongue like that.
But we're talking about Margie Taylor Greene, a woman who's got the face of an ironing board, or as the face only a mother could love, as people used to say. Because maybe if her mother even still loves her, if her mother's still around, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about one of the worst, Jamal. Like, got some fucking nerve.
She does. First of all, she looked like one of the Geico cavemen. Her eyes is too close together. And the way she's built, she's a horrible looking human being, and she had to live with that her whole life. And I don't want to body shame
you look
anybody.
Like vomit.
Yeah, I don't want to body shame anybody like that. But she's just mad that she's horrific. She's just fucking mad that she's horrific.
What's worse?
The whole world has to pay for her shit. And she looked like she stick her face in the water in the pond and come up with fish.
Goonie goo goo. Goonie goo goo.
And we thought the Goonie Cuckoos was extinct, but no, it's in Congress.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Bro.
man,
She's become an internet meme in like overnight. She's like the chick who called the cops on the barbecue, the white chick with the cell phone. Now that's her. And she can't duck this nowhere. It's all over. She's trending as a bleach blonde, bad built, big back body butch. You know? All the bees you can stick in there. She's that. And she's got to live with this for at least a good month. God forbid. It ain't even Juneteenth yet. And we still got that to go before this is not gonna die down anytime soon. This is not gonna die down.
Dude was laughing in the background like that.
Yeah. Dude cracking up. She earned all of it. She earned all of it.
And I mean, she's had multiple transgressions that could have had her on this list years ago, but this was just like the icing on the cake to just like fully put her in the rafters of the Hall of Ignorance. Now, I have my things with the eyelashes. My daughter uses them, but my daughter doesn't need them, but she doesn't look bad with them. Some people, I hate when they got the fucking bat wings like this. But again, but when you look like one of the women that used to get thrown in the Nintendo game Caveman games, you got some fucking nerve.
Yeah, man. She looked like everything. She looked like, what was the boss in Double Dragon?
Like everything.
The big joint, that giant boss in Double Dragon you had to fight. Those
the Abobos. The
Abobos.
She got a face like a Flintstone vitamin, dog. You remember the Flintstone vitamins?
Man, she looked like her parents was Mum Ra and the Abobo.
I thought you were gonna say her parents were cousins.
She was birthed by an Abobo and Mum Ra.
That little vat of water Mum Ra had that he used to pray over, that's where she came out of, man.
The never-ending stew.
But she had the nerve to talk to comment on somebody else's physical appearance, man. Oh,
how dare you?
Come on.
And what's even crazier is, right, our second Hall of Ignorance inductee wouldn't even want her in that position.
Yeah.
Because he believes that she should be a homemaker. Barefoot and pregnant, bitch, get my dinner ready when I come home.
Imagine you had a hard day at work. You had to go home to that, though, bro. Come on,
that's it's like,
life can't get more depressing than that, dogs.
TJ, that's why they used to sleep in separate twin beds in the same room. They have sex with the clothes on through the pee hole. Through the pee hole.
That is nasty.
There's a reason why they call them. We used to call them pillow faces.
Yep.
Your boss would be like, he gonna cry in the car because he gotta go home to that.
That's what her face looked like after old girl clapped back at her. She had that face like she opened up a can of something she couldn't eat, bro. Right? She didn't read the warning label, man.
Just picturing it. She has to be accurate every time with the fork or spoon. She has to be accurate because you get close, she ain't got no mouth to. She gonna miss every time. The face too flat. But her head though is built for one of those old school head ties that like the Stepford wives or somebody used to wear. According to Harrison Butker, who decided to go on this huge right-wing tirade at a fucking college commencement speech at a Catholic college.
Dummy.
This is why I said nobody likes the kicker.
But they didn't vet this dude before they put him on the podium, dogs. Like somebody was just like, "Yo, we got the kicker for the Super Bowl champs." Yeah. And that was it. Nobody was just like, "Yo, has this dude spoken anywhere else before in his life? We just gonna trot him out there."
Yeah, I'm not sure the venue. The speech. That school, I don't know where it was or whatever. So I'm not sure if maybe that type of speech is welcome in that area. But
it was in Kansas City.
Yeah, so it's probably
or
welcome
in
now,
Kansas.
but still, it's like what got me is all the right wing folks applauding and backing up that speech, particularly the women, the right wing women pundits. Like, okay, how about y'all all quit your job? So you're supposed to be at home, quit your job, go the fuck home. He's telling you, throw away your dream. Right?
Yo, real talk. And what up, Tyrone? You're a little late, but he pretty much told every woman in that audience during that commencement speech, be happy you got your degree. Now throw this shit away, get in the house, and make me a fucking sandwich.
Your man said your dreams are going to fail.
Wow.
He said that.
Wow.
He said, all, be happy. The ones out there, you got your little promotions, you're moving up in the world. That's great. But, the rest of y'all are just going to fall by the wayside. You're looking forward to your marriages and just staying at home and cooking some meals. This is what y'all got to look forward to.
Yep.
And Tyrone, you showed up towards the end, and we're talking about Harrison Butker's atrocious college speech.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were starting earlier today. That's my bad. But yeah, you know what it is? It's like, I don't know if people, we're in this day and age now where people are not paying conscious attention to what they say, even if they don't mean it the way it comes off, or even if they don't, like, what happens to the days where you rehearse your speeches and you rehearse things that you're going to do in the mirror? You know what I'm saying? Or you do your speech in front of your mom or your sisters and brothers or somebody that's like part of the community that you're talking to. It. You know what I mean? What happened to those days where you rehearse things and people can honestly say, "Hey, man, that's a little fucked up." You know what I'm saying? To actually get to the point where people misspeak. You know what I mean? To actually get to the point where you're actually saying something in a public forum that's fucked up. And your mind is nobody heard this, nobody told you. You
Tyrone,
say this back in the mirror and say, "Hey, maybe I should say that shit."
To answer your question, you probably rehearsed it. More than likely, he rehearsed it around like-minded people.
No, he
rehearsed it in front of his wife.
That's what I was gonna say. He reversed it, and he rehearsed it in front of his wife, where all she could do is just say, "Yes, honey. How you want your pancakes today, honey? Yes."
Also,
Perfect.
he's a multi-millionaire because he plays sports. If he was making $80,000 a year, it wouldn't have the same effect. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to have the same effect. Because if he did that speech in front of us, we would have looked at each other and be like, "Word? That's what you're going with, bro?"
Yeah, like try that shit in New York.
Yeah.
Try that shit at a Catholic university in New York. Some people might have went with it. Most of them would have been like, "Nah."
He might have got a shoe thrown at him, dogs. He might have got some shit thrown at him for that shit.
A shoe-sinated like Bush did.
all that money though, and so, like, for me, I know I'm fucked up, right? You know, you got to be conscious of yourself. I know I'm fucked up. I know I have the capability of saying something, wrong or whatever like that. So when I got all that money and I know I'm a little fucked up, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go, if they ask me to do something like that, I'm gonna get me a publicist. I'm gonna get somebody to say, "Here, write me a speech if I can't write it myself, or at least listen to what I'm gonna say." I'm gonna have somebody that's paid to know what to say and what not to say to help me out, because I don't, like, you fucked up inside. You can't just go do shit.
Right, but he feels as though he's smart enough. He was smart enough to push his own agenda.
That's the problem. And that's the problem with a lot of shit today is some people speak their mind, some people say what's on their mind. There's a difference between what you do with those two things. You know what I'm saying? One is the characteristic of an asshole. And two, this is actually Pat Mahomes' fault because the kicker on Kansas City ain't getting no shine on that team. So he wanted to get he had his 5 minutes. He wanted to make that shit count, man.
Well, word was that Pat Mahomes like that ain't my friend. He's like, to what I heard, it was like they'll sit next to each other in meeting rooms and he'll never say a word to him.
Yeah, it's just
because because you knew shit like this was about this. This man was about this already. Like one of the things he was mentioning in, like he was just on this big, huge right wing. Like literally, this was like the description of Trump gave them this power to be able to just spew whatever the fuck they feel because they don't like the way shit's going on. Like one of the things that he threw out there, was talking about, in this world of wrong, like I'm saying it wrong, but paraphrasing, but the wrong way of using diversity and inclusion, or pretty much hating on diversity and inclusion. When I heard that point out of the speech, I was like, nigga got you the Super Bowl. All of your Super Bowl wins. A black man led you to that. Even if you want to only count 50% of it, a black man led you to your wins. A black man helped you and allowed you to maintain some of them contracts because of winning. But you hate diversity and inclusion.
It's funny, right? You said you were saying that him and Mahomes didn't speak. It was probably Mahomes probably had one. It was probably one too many. You let your wife talk to you that way, or you let your wife. You know what I'm saying? And Mahomes like, yo, you know what? Yeah, I can't fuck with this dude.
Nah. So, and it's in this Trump era where expertise is so devalued, where people just talk to fucking talk. Fucking expertise is so. That's how you end up with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, because expertise is devalued in that mentality.
Yes.
And people just say shit loud and whatever, and they're wrong. And then you get
they wrong and strong.
Trump hit the nail on the head, because of the simple fact that Donald Trump has his whole career in business, when he had the Apprentice show, on TV, in business, everything that Trump ever did, he's always been this dude that just kind of says whatever the fuck he wants. And it's led to success for him. For some fucking reason, he's been successful at just saying, I'm an asshole and I'm putting that assholeness on Front Street and I don't give a fuck, right? And so when people see that and they go, man, Trump was an asshole in business and yet he became a billionaire. Trump was an asshole to the media and yet he had one of the most popular TV shows on TV. And then Trump was an asshole in the candidacy and he won the presidential election and was president of the United States. So that kind of does play a part to say, hey, maybe you can be yourself and be an asshole and succeed in this world. You know what I mean?
That is an angle. That is an angle of it, right? But reality, my opinion is, and this is something that I was saying back when we were doing this and he was running. Racist white male America's last stand. And this is a display of where they really want the times to be. Mm-hmm. And this is like I say it like this, like, don't take what some of these people who think like this lightly. Don't take it lightly, because they believe this for real, because they want to see the days of what their ancestors went through in America. They do hate this inclusion. They do hate every aspect of what's really been going on in this country. They hate seeing other people win. And they're doing it. A guy like this is doing it under the mask of his faith.
Mm-hmm. And you know who else does that shit? The fucking Taliban. This is the equivalent who these people are now. That's exactly who they are.
Hot take.
That's the only other people on this planet who feel that way. So there you have it. And they preaching about a time they didn't even live in or grow up in.
You sure?
You know what I mean?
I think they pops. They were still around. They were still around when their pops was beating their wives for not having the meatloaf ready.
But true. But women not working and all that stuff. How old was that kicker? When was he born? 88, 90? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, actually more than that. No, it's too old. So they just talking shit.
They
just talking shit, man. So
I think he's late 20s.
fucking thing about. But whatever.
But this is all. I mean, you could even say that this is all like descendants of the Tea Party. You know.
Well, no, the Tea Party was only created because they didn't like Obama's economic policies. That's what they said. It wasn't
Tea
about
Party
anything
was
else.
created before that.
No, it was right after he won, and they just rebranded into MAGA. They just changed the name on the LLC.
Sure.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Just new branding. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, I don't know why it took so long, but Harrison Butker, yeah, man. You remember to thank your black athlete teammates for part of your success, you fucking asshole. Welcome to the Hall of Ignorance, you dumbasses. But that's it. We done. TJ, maybe I'll see you soon, maybe not.
Okay.
Air quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some things coming up. Philly Cigar Week is on the way. Still not sure what we're doing. I heard, shout outs to John Armstrong. I was listening to a video. He was giving a rundown on like all the events, which it's actually going to be like it's not a full week. It's going to be like midweek to the weekend kind of thing. Probably the only thing I could assume is we'll probably be doing some more like normal roving interviews, bouncing around, stuff like that.
All right, cool.
Try to keep the equipment small because I know for me, if we go, it's going to be just a day. It's just going to be the day. It's not going to be multiple days for me. But we might have some other smoke related things coming. Shout out to the homie Jason Richardson. He gave me some good news that we might be able to host and hold events at a spot in Reading, PA. We're going to talk more about that amongst us in the background. I gave y'all, the little foresight earlier in the week. But yeah. Tyrone, you know what to do.
I don't have nothing to do. I missed the show. I'm sorry. I didn't get the update this morning. That's my bad. But I'm glad I got to put my little 2 cents in, literally my 2 cents. And I guess I'll be checking next week, on time. Jamal?
Yep.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's all good. What you say, Dan?
No, I was just gonna say we only started early because we just had some things to do and got to get on the road a little earlier. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Shout out to folks in the comments. Shout out to the listeners. Shout out to the panel. Mayor TJ, Big O, Lisper, good to see you. Shout out to Hooks Rug. Peace to Ishtar. Peace to Disabled Planets. Peace to Ill Magic. And shouting out to Nick. Let's get.
Oh shit!
Oh damn! They cut him off. They cut his mic. He said, "Shout out to Nick."
Phone overheated. That's his phone overheated.
Yo, man, great show, man. Yo, I enjoyed this. I love my Knicks talk, man. Giants talk is rough, but we're gonna get through it. You know what I'm saying? Great show though. Shout out to the listeners. Yeah, you already know 3:30. I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't call my phone. Don't hit me on Facebook, IG, nothing. All right. TJ, all to you, man.
Yeah, man. Another great show. Glad to see the squad full force out here as always. Shout out to the listeners and the people in the comments. Kicking off the birthday week right. So hopefully the Knicks get it. Rest in peace, Sean P. And y'all have a good one.
Word. And as always, 20% off your order using the code STAR5 at hooksrub.com. Barbecue season's coming. I mean, finally, like we said earlier, the weather's finally turning. Hopefully we can get some fucking consistency. Tired of this damn rain. But, it is what it is. Yeah, fuck you, Harrison Butker. Fuck you, Marjorie Taylor Greene. What a way to make more enemies of the Chiefs. What a way to make more enemies of the Chiefs just because your ass is there. And I'm not an enemy of the Chiefs.
It wasn't already bad with Taylor Swift and her bullshit, but now you get this dude the pile going on top of it.
Maybe we being pushed the Chiefs as the enemy. The Cowboys used to be the villain, but when you don't win shit, that villainy goes down a little bit.
No. You said you just said something that's dead wrong. No, I don't know what you're saying. You said something that's dead wrong. The Cowboys used to be. No, the Cowboys is eternal. There's never a used to be hate for the Cowboys. Right or wrong. Right or wrong. Right or wrong, my people.
Cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah. I can give a shit what they do down there.
There's never no used to be. It's forever and always up.
Matter of fact, I want the Cowboys to sign Marjorie Taylor Greene and Harrison Butker next week, so I can even hate them even more.
Shit.
Right. But yeah, man.
Oh, yo, listen, yo, one more thing. I know we didn't bring it up, and I'm not gonna say no names, man. Yo, if you're wrong, if you're dead fucking wrong, just let shit die down for a couple of weeks, and then issue your apology.
It's dead.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
The next day.
I forgot about that. Thanks for bringing it up in the final shout outs. But like TJ said, it's a wrap.
It's over.
It's over. Yeah, just whatever you was able to collect over the years, just use that for retirement and sail off to one of your islands and just chill. Stay out the spotlight.
Yeah, go see Russell, man.
Word. and on that note, that seems like the getaway for everybody. We say peace and go see Russell.
Word.